Today I'm interviewing Dr. Charles Kovich. He's one of my favorite members of the faculty here. He's my advisor in the English department. I also took one of the most unique classes offered here at Rockhurst, screenwriting, from him. Without any further introduction, this is Dr. Charles Kovich.
St. Ignatius gave Jesuit education a whole sense of values orientation. He thought that people were created by God and unique. And so he thought we had to look at not only training them intellectually, but at their whole person, the cura personalis, care or concern for the whole person. It's one of the phrases the Jesuits came up with. Jesuit education is also world affirming. Jesuit education thinks that everything was created by God. Students, intellect, subject matter, whatever is created by God, the world itself. And so there is this kind of very positive, world-affirming mission in Jesuit education. Everything is good. People are basically good. And you have to kind of tease that out of them. Tease all their thoughts out of them. Tease all their abilities out of them, all their capabilities out of them. That's Jesuit education. Everything about it just has this wonderful, affirming, good sensibility about it. And I really did kind of miss that. I think it has a deeper level in that sort of philosophy than almost any other education in the whole world, probably. And so, because I missed that so much, I wanted to come back to it. Well, you know what it is. Because one thing I learned through all my Jesuit studies is that everything is connected. There is no one subject that's not connected to another. We just haven't seen the connection yet. That's why we have to study and learn more, why we have to keep expanding and growing. Years ago, I taught a joint English and biology course. Now, you may not think that English and biology are closely related. It's because you never took the course. But once you do, they're very closely related. We called it the return to nature and the self. And those two are very closely connected. All subjects are connected in education. And that's part of the beauty of Jesuit education. They are sure, absolutely sure there is this connectedness in education. Everything relates all the time. We just haven't seen it all yet. A liberal education is one that frees us, completely frees us from the bonds of ignorance and prejudice. The more we know, the more we see and understand other people, other cultures, and ourselves too. And so that is, I think, what a liberal education does for you. It makes sure you are never chained down. You are always free to go and pursue all of those things, all of your gifts, everything you want to go and look for. That's what Jesuit education does, what a liberal arts education and the Jesuit tradition does. It makes sure that you are totally free as a human person. And there's nothing like that. Good heavens, I seem to be here all the time. Besides regular office hours, I'm here a lot because, as I say, I moderate 5 student organizations. So I'm here a lot of evenings. Students often just come by for a chat. Sometimes I make them a cup of instant coffee. Remember that?
I've had that more times.
Yes. I'm sorry, I should make a full pot, but I don't. Instant coffee and just chat with them. I like just chatting with people, being around people. Occasionally a group of students and I will go to see a play or something together, play or movie together, because I teach screenwriting and playwriting. And so we'll then talk and chat about that. So I get to see students a lot outside of class, yes. Well, every teacher you take a class from would have to have a unique style, because as I said, they're unique human beings. Every person is unique. First of all, I really like my training in the Jesuit education. All my degrees are from Jesuit schools. So I've had that really basic, deep foundation, I think, in that. The other thing is, I just enjoy being around my students. It's just a lot of fun. If you called me up this morning and said, well, you know, you really don't have to come in today unless you really wanted to teach, I would have come in anyway. We just did a class on Beowulf. It was so much fun. I just loved it. We looked at the Old English. We looked at all these things. I was giving students a new perspective they had never had before. So no, I enjoy teaching so much. I enjoy my students so much too. Well, when I came here, we had a more traditional English major, and we got the department together, and I suggested that we try to make some changes, sort of more in keeping with the contemporary world. And so we came up with 3-track major, and one of them was a writing track, which was a great idea because so many students are interested in writing. Of course, writing literacy is a great skill to have in our society. But then we needed courses for it. So the time I was writing plays, right, and now I'm doing novels, but I was writing plays, and so I started playwriting. Then I noticed so many of the facets of playwriting and screenwriting were the same. There are differences, of course, but you have to have plot, character, setting, pacing, all sorts of things. And so I developed a course in screenwriting. And it was just wonderful because students just flocked to it. Of course, that's one of the really in things now, screenwriting. Who doesn't like movies? And two of my students have sold their scripts to production companies. So it's been exciting. We do these little readings in class, in both playwriting and screenwriting, to see what the script sounds like, and then the students talk about it. It's a very exciting, dynamic class. I really like both of those classes a lot.